to it.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Black Blaze Gaming. We are here with another raid on the DOJ and some very, very funny news.
Yes.
As an April Fool's Day joke yesterday, I named the stream PAM BONDI in jail. It was all wishful thinking, but I was so close because she got fired today.
Crazy.
Oh,
Honestly, I'm just so surprised it didn't happen sooner, because, like, she's been making a fool of herself.
yeah, I'd like to know specifically what the reason was, because I actually don't know. I only just found out right before stream. But that's hilarious and so deserved. Now, Cash Patel needs to go. Dan Bongino's gone now already, so that's not a big deal. But who else? Pretty much everybody.
Christy Gnome was gone.
Was she gone?
Because she's not in her position either anymore.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, she got fired like a while ago. And then all this crazy shit about her husband came out,
Which is pretty funny.
which was, yeah, it's funny, but it's also, you know, it's frustrating, right? Because it's like, you know, she's very anti-LGBT, and I think she was one of those people that's like, oh well, yeah, all trans people are like predators. Meanwhile, her husband is dressing up in drag.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. And that's sort of the goofy thing about it. It's like, because I want to say I've heard, and I can't confirm this because I haven't seen it myself. But I've heard that he was also like really vocal about being like anti-LGBTQ or, you know, something to that effect. And yet here he's doing this stuff. Not that that makes him, well, I don't even know what he's doing besides cross-dressing.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know if he's straight up taking it up the pooper or not, but
Taking a poop shoot.
that picture is still there. Huh. I'm gonna look around.
God damn it.
more, if I remember. Get over here, Dallas. Fucking idiot.
Sometimes these fucking gooners, they do their jobs too well. I'm just so mad. Oh, that's a cloaker. That's a
Got him.
cloaker. Okay. Nice.
He tried
I
to
couldn't tell
come
where
at
he
me
was
from
coming
pretty
from.
far away, so. Luckily, I don't have to aim super well with shotguns. Yeah, so as per usual, I'll be going back into working on programming after stream, but I also got to deal with my errant sister.
Oh, yeah.
She texted me, so
Okay.
she texted me before stream, and I was just like, I don't have time. I'm trying to work on this
No.
programming.
Yeah.
And I obviously before stream, I don't want to do something like that before stream and,
No.
you know, have a bunch of, because I don't know how long it'll take. I mean, I don't think it'll take, you know, too long or anything, but I also don't want to like put myself in a shit mood beforehand.
No, I get that. I
Expend all my
I
energy.
also wouldn't. I also would not bother reading it until we're done here.
You said you wanted to talk about the Tamriel Tomes and Elder Scrolls Online, the battle paths.
Yeah, so I still don't like that it exists. I'm gonna preface that, but looking at it, like, we're getting a decent amount of stuff, which I was very shocked about. And that includes also like the bonuses for like upgrading. So I don't see a point in upgrading to the full like $30 because like looking at it, I was like just kind of confused because it seemed like the only thing that the $29.99 offered extra really was like a couple of extra things, and then the main thing was a costume. But the $15.99 or the $14.99 might be worth it. There's a personality, a new personality. There is like a special arms pack that has like fiery effects on it, like blue and red fire. A whole like separate like motif. And like several mounts and also like skill styles and stuff too. Like I was very shocked, honestly. Like I could see someone buying it because like, I mean, especially for like the personality too, like the personality that's like brand new and it offers a lot of like different things with it. And then of course, like on top of that, like the motifs and the arms packs and everything. I was just very surprised. But even in the base one, we're getting like weapon styles, we're getting customized actions and stuff. We're getting like a bunch of seals and shit too. So it's like it's okay. It's better than I was worried it was gonna be, but I still am not I just don't like battle passes. I don't like battle passes, and the fact that I don't have like login rewards anymore, I think is a bit of a mistake.
Yeah, it's like I said in my video, it should have been done like if they like the whole idea of this of wanting less to-do lists because it's too complicated is absurd. And like the biggest thing was is the way that they did monthly or like daily login rewards was really stupid because they had it like monthly based.
Found it.
And if you made it like if you didn't like if you didn't log in every day of the month, you would miss the stuff at the end of the month. Which is not a good way to do it, I don't think, because it does make it very FOMO based, and
yeah,
they said they're trying to reduce FOMO, which is silly because.
But yeah, they say they want to reduce FOMO, but then they're still doing things that are
very FOMO
based.
Yeah. Now I believe that you can still access older battle passes once they've completed. I think
that's what they said.
So I guess that's something, but I think there's certain elements of the battle passes that you can't access after the fact. I don't remember. It's
probably
very
not the premiere. Yeah.
Welcome to chat, Carlar. Carlar. Battle passes are the #1 argument for socialism. That's funny. Yeah, I don't think it's like. I guess my worry about a battle pass specifically with Elder Scrolls Online is that to me it strikes me as slowly boiling a frog.
Yeah.
It might seem really enticing right now. It's going to be much less enticing the more time goes on. And another thing that is a really big problem with Elder Scrolls Online in terms of monetization and cosmetics is that the cosmetics that you that they have are like, I have so many of certain types of cosmetics that I will never use, and
yeah,
it's just like, because like even like personalities, like there's so many personalities in the game. There's more personalities than there are character slots. I only have 20 characters, and I have like fucking 35 or 40 personalities. I don't use all of them. There's not enough personalities, frankly, but still, it's just like there's. I don't feel like they've really got enough to offer in that
Yeah.
regard. And especially since they're focused so heavily on, let's put out 90 new mount recolors, let's put out 90 new pets that nobody gives a shit about. But they're not, they haven't done enough with gameplay. It's still very much just combat focused and nothing else. And I love the combat in Elder Scrolls Online. Well, okay. I loved the combat in Elder Scrolls Online before they introduced the global cooldown. That has made it so clunky. I fucking hate it. Oh, god damn it. I came back to the game after a year off, right? Because I was so pissed at them for the shit they did last year that I came back to the game after a year off, and I parsed just to see.
Yeah.
And after a year, I can still parse around 100k. It's like, I don't know. It's. I don't have any add-ons right now, so I don't know. The accuracy of that parse is very minimal, I would argue, compared to an add-on parse. But yeah, 100k is really solid.
But no, your Stamblade, you can't hit that.
Well, that's just it.
I'm viable.
I'm not a multi-classed character. I'm just running pure Stamblade, and it's.
You still are parsing up to 100k.
Yeah, even though I can hit 100k, it doesn't feel good too. It's very bad. The changes to Nightblade, there's like one change I like to Nightblade that's not bad, but it's also like they also made changes that really don't make any fucking sense. Ages ago that they've never really undone, and it leaves Stamblade still in the dust, and yet, or just Nightblade in the dust, and then now they're just like, oh yeah, well, we're gonna refresh all the classes, but we're gonna do DK first, even though they're in the most comfortable spot.
We're gonna do DK, but then we're also gonna do Werewolf.
Yeah.
Like what?
Who the fuck cares about Werewolf?
What are you talking about?
Yeah. But they gotta add the tits werewolves. That's what they're doing. That's
yeah. The werewolves have to be fuckable. Sorry. I want to preface that too. Like, I think it's good that they're adding extra detail to the game. Like, it's just funny to me that that's a whoa. That was a weird glitch.
What happened?
I don't know. I just saw like a fucking black cylinder on my fucking screen for a second.
That was weird. Probably somebody's neck. It's usually
that's what I was thinking.
Kill one of the snipers or something off on the side there. They glitch out a lot.
It just looked like a fucking pipe. It was just so weird.
I actually found a slight rendering issue yesterday that I forgot to mention. Yeah, at a certain angle, if you stand down one of the hallways here, there's I think there's like an occlusion plane that you hit, basically that unloads part of the level visually for you. It's very strange.
Oh, good.
Not a big problem. Like you'd never notice it if you weren't looking for it, but for the average player, anyways, I play at 240 hertz, so I see stuff.
But yeah, like, cause like, okay, so honestly, like, if I were to give my overall like consensus on the new like tomes, I can understand why someone would buy the $15 one. And honestly, because like the $15 I think is like, if you want to upgrade, go with that one. I don't see a reason to upgrade past that. Because it seems like all you get for an extra $15 is like a costume. And the costume is very it's Dwemer themed, so like it's not really my thing. But if you're a huge like Dwemer or
you really like the color brown.
Yeah, well it's blue. but it's got, you know, the brass, like, it looks weird. It's like a robe with like Dwemer like armor on top of it, and it's like it's cool looking, I guess, but it's, you know, it's not my thing. And unless it is really your thing, I don't see a point in upgrading it past that.
So here's what I would say. I would say don't buy the battle pass, and instead, if you're a subscriber, just stay subscribed until you get the Premium Plus token at the end of the 12 months, and then use the Premium Plus token on whatever battle pass seems the most interesting to you. And if there's other battle passes that have come out that you're really interested in, then maybe buy those. But if there's nothing that really stands out to you, or like not more than like a couple of things that really stand out to you as things you want, I wouldn't even bother. Like just do fucking because that's sort of the thing, is that eventually you'll get to a point where you'll have it. They're probably, like I said, they're probably gonna slowly and shitify the battle passes over time, because it's how these companies always work. So eventually you get to a point where you have extra Premium Plus tokens and you don't know what to spend them on if you're a subscriber. Also, did you see, can the battle passes be purchased with crowns, or is it only like real money?
I think it's only with money. I would have to double check though.
See, and that's a huge, I think that's another huge problem.
Yeah.
Because it also kills more of that player economy stuff that I was talking about before, about how, you know, the premium currency should be tradable between players like it is in Warframe. Don't know why it's not. It's really stupid. But
I don't know what the downside would be to having it. I mean, aside from the multi-million-dollar company losing some money, I don't see the point.
They wouldn't lose any money, because the only way to get crowns is to buy them with money, right? Or to spend money on the game, right? But that means that players who aren't willing to spend money on the game, or can't spend money on the game, can't earn things that they might want by buying crowns from other players. And you'd be creating a market for people to buy crowns, or in order to get things that they might want in game. Like, say, you know, you're a really high level player, and but you don't really spend money on, you can't really spend money in the game. So what you do is you get really rare items that you trade to people who aren't as hardcore of a player as you are, but have a lot of crowns to give.
Yeah.
So people who spend a lot of money can spend more money to get things that they want, or they can, or people who can't spend money can still earn things from the crown store by playing the game more, and it creates just a more healthy community. They wouldn't lose any money by doing that. The only worry, this is the only worry I have with it, that could be very valid on their part, is that there might be, for all we know, there might be a lot of people with just thousands of crowns sitting around that they don't never spend because they have nothing to spend them on. They already have everything they want. But we don't know that. We don't know what the numbers are actually like. I kind of doubt it. I mean, granted, if you've been subscribing since day one, never dropped your subscription or whatever, you probably have a lot of crowns. But they do put out so many things for crowns that, like, it's hard to say. It's hard to say how much people really have.
The only thing I can think of is like that one person who was refunded for over 60 outfit slots and were given back almost 100,000 crowns back.
Good lord. That just goes to show how fucking, like, ridiculous that the outfit system was before too. Making account, and that's one thing I will praise them for, is that making outfit slots account wide was a good decision.
Yeah, and being willing to refund too.
Yeah, although of course they're being kind of stingy about how they do the refund process, because
but
you actually have to, like, ask for it. They don't just give it to you automatically. But they also are trying not to flood the market with crowns, would be my guess. Because there might be a bunch of accounts that are inactive and been active for a while that might get refunded, and then they don't. They just don't. Those crowns never get used for anything or whatever.
Yeah.
Until the person
Also,
comes
really
back
quick.
maybe later, but,
How many? Did we have 4 keys? 4 key cards?
No, we only have 3. So I'm hoping we
Okay.
get the director's office. But if we don't,
Okay.
the next thing we'll get, we'll be able to drill, I'm sure.
Yeah, I just because I was looking, I was like, for some reason I thought I found a second one in here, but I think I'm just misremembering.
I didn't see one. I didn't look too hard, but I didn't see one.
I think I'm just thinking of the one that I picked up from in here.
Could be. Oh, I got flashbang. Oh, oh, there he is. Fucking JD Vance. Ah, I almost got him. I was too slow on the turn because my fucking input just feels really laggy. I can't believe Pam Bondi got fired. That is so funny.
Yeah, it's a it's a fucking dub. It's a definite dub.
Yep,
'Cause,
that's another step in the right direction.
Yeah. Though, will she be fucking prosecuted? Probably not.
Oh god, no! I don't think she'll be held
Probably
accountable beyond that.
Mm-hmm.
And she's been I think she's probably been in government long enough to get pension, so
Yeah.
she'll probably live comfortably for the rest of her life.
And we need to fucking change that shit, because that is not justice. It doesn't matter.
There will be
fucking-
accountability.
It's like genuinely.
Hey,
Oh,
there's
look who
Cash
it is.
Patel. Man, what's gonna happen if he gets fired? What are we gonna have to? What are we gonna call the captain from that day forward?
I don't know. Whoever replaces them, I guess.
Well, only if that person, you
Nope.
know, it like works for, you know, has the same kind of like covering up the Epstein file stuff and.
Yeah. Which, if he's hired by this administration, is probably going to be the case, but...
I think we could just work it into the lore that it's still Cash Patel if the new guy doesn't fit the bill in the same way.
True, yeah.
Yeah. Connect the server.
The Dow right now. Over 50 Dow.
So I was kind of disappointed to find that in Divinity Original Sin 2's scripting language, there is no way to detect when a character gains or loses source points.
What?
Yeah. I will be definitely having to use the script extender, I assume, in order to get what I need to get done, but it's weird that like there's an event trigger for when a character uses a source point, But that's only when they use it, not if it's stolen from them or it's taken from them by a story event or something like that. There's not one for when a character gains a source point. The weirdest event trigger, however, is the one where it's an event trigger for when an object attempts to add a source point to a character, but it's fired. That event is fired when an object tries to add source to a character, and even if they already have full source points, and the event basically fails because they already have full source points. There we go. There's no trigger for detecting when a character just gains or loses a source point. It's very
There
strange.
will be accountability.
It's really weird.
God, there's so much lag on the Cash Patel input.
That's weird.
My ping was really high yesterday, so I'm wondering if it still is today. Okay, I'll grab the server.
Yep.
Whoop. Doodle-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. And the script extender documentation also says that they were planning to, that Norbite says he was planning to add support for capturing Osiris calls as events for triggering other things in a future update, but I don't think he ever added it. So there's a call for adding source points to characters that I could test to see if it fires for every source of getting source points, but I can't. But if I can't capture the call, then there's no point. It won't work.
It don't work.
It don't work. Bam.
Boring ass skins.
Oh, that's a grenade launcher, isn't it? The one you got a skin for?
I don't know.
It's got a huge barrel.
It
feels like it might be, but I can't remember. Let me look. I'm gonna look at the guns really quick because I think that might be, but
Well, let me. I gotta leave to check Steam items. It's so stupid. Last man standing.
I'm still standing better than I ever did.
I can't find it.
Yeah, it's a grenade launcher. It's the Arbiter grenade launcher. It's a secondary weapon.
Oh.
Called it.
It's just weird because it looks like it has a tiny little muzzle on the end of it. So.
That's just the end of the barrel, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, so that'll do it for today's raid on the DOJ. We're getting closer to justice, maybe, perhaps, potentially. Wishful thinking. So we'll be back again tomorrow with another raid on the DOJ, and I am getting very close to completing the mod for our Divinity 2 Original Sin 2 playthrough.
Hell yeah!
I have one last thing to write code for, and then once I figure out what I need to, how I can actually trigger the event or trigger the function based on an event, and then set up. Then I'd have to do some renders, and we'll be ready for that. So that'll be coming soon. So tune in tomorrow for another raid on the DOJ, and hopefully I'll have an update for everyone on the mod situation by then. So we'll see you then. Bye, everybody.